सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। Chapter 18, verse number 35. यया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं विषादं मदमेव च न विमुञ्चति दुर्मेधाः धृतिः सा पार्थ तामसी। In this concluding chapter, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, that is 18th chapter, Lord Krishna dealing with 7 topics. First topic is 3 types of sannyasa. Sannyasa means renunciation. Second topic is 3 types of jnanams, means knowledge. Third topic is 3 types of karmani, actions or activities. 3 types of activities. Fourth topic is 3 types of kartaraha, performers. 3 types of doers or performers. And fifth topic is 3 types of buddhi, intellect. 3 types of intellect. Sixth topic is 3 types of dhriti, means willpower. 3 types of willpower. What are these 3 types? Means based on sattva, rajas and tamas. Sattva guna, tamo guna, rajo guna. These 3 gunas. Based on these 3 gunas, they are all classified. This dhriti we are seeing, sattva, sattvika dhriti, rajasika dhriti and tamasika dhriti. What is sattvika dhriti? 33, shloka number 33, Lord Krishna said, dhritya yaya dharayate manah pranendriya kriyaah avyabhicharinya dhritihi. Unswerving, avyabhicharinya means by with spiritual discipline and artham. Following yogena, by following ashtanga yoga or samadhi yoga abhyasa. Dharayate means one who regulates or well directed. That means shastra viruddha pravritti, he stops. Pravritti means motivation, intention towards those actions which are against to Shastra. Shastra viruddha pravritti nivritti. Shastra viruddha pravritti nivritti. Withdrawal of those actions which are not prescribed by Shastra or which are prohibited by Shastra. His mind is not going to involve in those actions. That willpower is called sattvic willpower. How he does? Manaha prana indriya kriyaha. The activities of the mind he regulates by meditation and all. The activities of a prana also he regulates through pranayama. The activities of indriyas, indriya kriyaha means shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Panchajnanendriyani, panchakarmendriyani, their activities he withdraws, which are not spiritually congenial. Unhealthy spots he will not enjoy, he will not indulge. That is called manah prana indriya kriyaha dharayate yogena. Yogena means by yoga abhyasa. This is called sattvic willpower. Willpower with regard to future. When I use my willpower, I have choice. I use my willpower not with regard to past. I use my willpower with regard to future. What are the actions I am going to do in future, next moment, next hour, next day? They all come under agami karma. With regard to agami karma, I use my free will. With regard to past karma, I have to accept my vidhi, prarabdha. With regard to past, I have no choice now. Past I cannot change. I have got married to a person. Past is past. I cannot change. That is called prarabdham. Prarabdha, good prarabdha. Okay. Good prarabdha, that is called vidhi. With regard to the past actions, I have no willpower, I have no choice. So that is, with regard to past, it is called vidhi. With regard to future, we use your free will. The dhriti is called free will here. This tamasic dhriti is talking in the 35th shloka. In between there is a rajasic dhriti. So application of all these faculties, 17 faculties he apply in Sattvika Dhriti. In Rajasik Dhriti, what he does, Phalakankshi prasangena dharayate dharma kamarthan. So this Sattvik Dhriti person is spiritually oriented, fourth Purushartha oriented. Moksha oriented, Gita class oriented, Upanishad class oriented, spiritually oriented, awaiting for the June class when Bhagavad Gita class is going to begin. That person is called who is having Sattvik Dhriti. Whereas this Rajasic Dhriti people always indulge in dharma, kama, artha. Earning money and how to spend money and how to acquire more punya, dharma, artha, kama. Moksha is not there in their list. In their list, and the moksha angra vasane kadiyadu. There no thought of moksha, self-realization, liberation, mukti. That thought varad. From the morning to till night, they toil too much for earning money. And how to enjoy. Saturday, Sunday comes, let us enjoy this money. Phala akankshi. Once I do my activities, and what am I going to get? What am I going to result oriented? And phala akankshi means what? Result oriented. Always bother about the results. Either money, either pleasure, how much pleasure I am going to get. This much money I am spending. I am not getting total benefit. So let me draw the total benefit. Always thinking like that. Then, what about Tamasic Dhriti? Tamasic Dhriti person is Yaya Swapnam Bhayam Shokam Vishadam Madamevacha. He uses his free will in daydreaming. He never uses his free will. This tamasic willpower person never uses his free will for either dharma or moksha or artha or kama, But this person always durmedhaha means indiscriminate people. He says, whenever Shastra says follow this, he says Shirolipi and Chulva. Shirolipi and Tala Elutu and Ardham. Shirahanna head, Lipi and Elutu. So, he ended Talarata. Whatever parents ask, do this, go to the temple, do this puja, or do this japa, or something, they say, he don't like to do all those practices. Like that, he criticizes always because indiscriminate. Viveka is not there. What is good, what is right, also he do not know. Therefore, na vimunchati. Because of this indiscrimination, he never gives up. Na vimunchati means he is not free from, he never give up what? He never gives up sleep. Always sleeping, sleepy or sleeping. Swapna means daydreaming in artha. He always plan only in dreaming. Dreams, he plans in his dreams. People in daydreaming now, they never implement. They use their free will in dreaming day and night, not in implementing. But they use their free will in only dreaming. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. Never implement. Why they don't implement? Because of fear. Out of fear. Bhayam. And they quote always examples of those people who are all failed in their life. His life was like this. Like that. Bhayam. Out of fear. Shokam. Out of sorrow. Shokam means sorrow. Vishadam anartha. Vishadam. Shokam, Vishadam vere. Shokam and sorrow. Vishadam means grief. Sorrowful all the time. Not only that, if anyone comes and says, why you are so sorrowful? Come on, take up this activity. He never take up. Why? Madam, arrogance. Arrogance also is there. He do not know himself what is right, what to do. If a mother or father or grandparents advise, do this, this is good for you. Why you are so gloomy? Change your attitude. Don't be pessimistic. Become positive. Develop courage. Don't have fear. He never listen. Why? Because of madam. Arrogance. He never listens. That is called adamancy. Indulgence. Generally pessimistic. A generally pessimistic person always keep a gloomy face. A pessimistic person cannot keep a gloomy face. Why? Always thinking negatively. How that bloom comes in the face? Very difficult. So this person is called tamasic person, bound by sorrow. Next shloka we will read. Say how to find out all these things, this willpower. Sattvic dhriti means sattvic willpower is there. He spiritually grows, that person. Spiritually grow. Rajasic dhriti is there. Materialistically he grows. A person who is rajasic willpower, who is having rajasic willpower, he is spiritually cannot grow. But materialistically, he become very, very prosperous in his life. Materialistically, 1 or 2 houses, 2, 3 cars, and a lot of money, bank balance. So many shares everywhere, all industries is having shares, but spiritually zero. There is no spiritual growth. And he becomes so popular also in the society. But for his sake, there is no satisfaction, ananda. But everybody praises him. But he is not happy with himself. Only materialistic growth is there. That's why there is inner emptiness. Whereas this tamasic dhriti person, there is no spiritual growth, there is no materialistic growth. No, not only that, spiritual downfall for this tamasic person. Spiritual downfall. That's why better be a materialistically active than tamasic person. Rajasic person is better. Okay? Therefore, in our scriptures, if any person is so dull, always indulge in pessimistically, gloomy, always, we never recommend that person Vedanta classes. We recommend first Rajasic nature. He has to come to Rajasic nature, then he come to Sattvic. Only Sattvic people only come to Vedanta classes. They only can come and sit and understand. Rajasic people cannot sit. Even they come also, second class, they don't turn up. It's difficult for them. They can't sit in 1 hour. They think they are wasting their time. 1 hour? Waste? You can earn so much, 1 hour. And the 1 hour you can do some business. You can earn some money. 1 hour waste. You people are Vedanta class, you are going and really you are wasting your energy, time and all. And always calculating money. And time is money. 11 to 12. The time is money. You are not earning any money. See, I am earning money. Like that they calculate. See the difference between these three people. One is a sleepy, pessimistic, negative, always having fear about future, about failures. He never start anything. He never take up any project by himself. Or he never take up any project that which gives by others. He never take up by himself and he never does any project of others also. And out of fear. Bayam. So that person. Now we enter into the 7th topic, that is Sukham. Sukha means happiness, Ananda. Here also 3 types of Sukham. Lord Krishna is going to present 3 types of Sukham. Now let us read the sloka number 36. Sukham tvidanim trividham Shrunu me bharatarshobham Abhyasadramate yatra Dukkhantam cha nigacchati Bharatarshobha. O Arjuna, great among Bharata Vamsha, may you listen, may shrunu, listen from me. May means from me. Idanim shrunu, already he is listening. Already 6 topics Arjuna is listening. Why Lord Krishna asking about Sukham? When the topic of Sukham comes, he is asking, listen. Why is asking again? Listen attentively. Savadhanam. Samadhanam kuru. Samadhanam means listen attentively. Whatever you have heard until now, that is fine. But what am I talking, this Sukham, you have to listen more attentively. Shrunu. Attentively. Sukham tu trividham. Happiness is threefold. Trividham means varieties. Threefold. Trividham Sukham. What is that? Yatra ramate, in which one indulges. Ramate means indulge, involve. Yatra ramate, particularly the one who indulge in a particular situation, particular incident, with particular object, with a particular person, one indulge. How one indulge in? Abhyasat, again. Punaha ityarthaha. Abhyasa means what? Repeatedly. Again and again. Punaha. Whatever gives sukham, we indulge in that repeatedly. If we like cereal, you indulge in that, seeing that cereal. You are waiting for the next day also, want the time for that time. Like that, whatever they like, a person, he always go on thinking about that. And he want to enjoy. Again thinking about that. Again enjoy. Again thinking. This is called abhyasa. Again and again. This is very, very natural for everyone. But what they enjoy maybe differs. But desire is either on the person or on any object or anything. Everyone has something in their mind. Either person or object. One thing or other will occupy in the mind. How much time another differs. What is the object differs. But something is always occupied. And you are already experts in doing dhyanam. And what we like. Nobody knows, thank God. Nobody knows. We always do dhyana about that object. Nigacchati. Dukkhantam nigacchati. So, and comes to the end of pain. Dukkhantam means by sukham, one indulgent sukham, when you are enjoying, what is there? There is no sukham. There is no dukkham. Sukha comes, is what? End of dukkha. Dukkhantam. It comes to that end of pain. Dukkham will not be there. So in that which, where the dukkha ends, the sukha begins. Dukkha ends, sukha begins. What is dukkha, sukha? Dukkha means pain, sorrow. Sukha means comfort, happiness. And from Shastric terms, we have to understand this as visible punyam is sukham. Visible punyam. What the sukha I am enjoying now, today, is past punya. The punya, what I have done, is manifesting in the form of sukha. Similarly, the dukkha, what I am undergoing now, any pain, problem, is that papa of that past actions. What are the actions I have done? Papa, sinful actions. Their manifestation only is in the form of dukkham. So, visible papam is dukkham. Visible punyam is sukham. So, invisible sukham is koncham yosikadam. Invisible sukham is punyam. Invisible dukkham is papam. So, we have lot of invisible dukkham, invisible sukham. That means what? We have a lot of punyam and papam. When it manifests only, we come to know as sukha dukkha rupena. So, potential form la irunda punyam and papam. If it manifests, it is called sukham and dukkham. So, both are coming in our life like light and darkness, day and night. Both are coming. Sukha, dukkha, both are coming. So, once sukha comes, dukkha ends. Once dukkha comes, sukha ends. This Ayaram, Gayaram lo varu in the list ellame. Again, it has got Trividhamanna. You can know Satvik Sukham, Rajasik Sukham, Tamasik Sukham. 3 types of Sukham. He is explaining the next shloka, Satvika Sukham. Yattadagre vishamivam Pariname mrutopamam Tat sukham satvikam proktam Atma buddhi prasadajam First Satvikam Sukham. Satvik happiness. Sukha means happiness. Ananda. Satvik happiness is proktam, is said to be known as, called as tat, that, yat tat visham agre. Agre visham pariname amrita upamam. Amritopamam means what? In the beginning, any sukham. In the beginning, it is very, very, very difficult to follow. And the sukham comes later. Suppose you do Sandhya Vandanam or Puja or Vratam, Ekadasi Vratam, when we are doing, agre what? A lot of pain, ayasa. Ekadasi Vratam, what comes in? Patni. Dvadasi Vratam, Patni. Vaikuntha Ekadasi, Patni. So, Mahashivratri, Patni. Agre Vishamam, Kastama irukum. Unnu saapidamane. We have to stay there. Kastama irukum. Analum, end, next day, you feel, yesterday I did Upavasa. You feel that you are getting lot of punya. So, Pariname, its result is Amritam. Amritopamam. Yat agre vishamam. While you are practicing, while you are implementing, while you are putting into practice, there is a lot of difficulty, ayasa. You want to see, get that Bhagavan darshanam, and the Malay mere ponu. So you have to walk. You have to go. It's a very difficult path. And without chappal, sometimes you have to walk a long distance in the temple. They ask you, leave your chappal here. And you have to walk all the way without chappal. But sukhama, dukkhama, sukham, dukkhanda, kashtanda. But anana, once you go there or seeing the Lord, there is a sukham, ananda. Parinamam is amritam. So any sukham, there is a difficulty. For example, children, when they are studying exams, they are studying whole year. They go on studying. No, agre vishamam. Romba difficult. Padichinne irukano. They have to go to school from the morning, tuition, again coaching class, again exams, again all these things. What comes in? Parinamam is what results? Nice 99 marks, centum, amrutam. That is called Satvika Sukham. Say, walk on that. First you can walk on the thorns, later walk on the rose petals. It's easy, nice. But first walking on rose petals, later you cannot walk on thorns. You can take up any difficulties, any pains in the beginning. Afterwards, you don't feel that. Even mother, she carries the baby 10 months. How much difficult now. So much of pain she undergoes. Once the baby comes out, how much happiness she enjoys so much by seeing the baby. She is so happy. That is come under Satvika Sukham. Tat Sukham Satvikam Proktam. So therefore, in our life also we have to see any negative vasanas, they are there, we need not reject them straight away. They are not good. So slowly you have to replace them by positive taste. Develop positively. That is, it will become slowly sattvic and sattvic. From childhood, if they develop vasanas, good thoughts to children, they say even in mother, in her womb itself, she can train the baby. The proof is Prahlada Abhimanyu. It's a great, nice proof for us. We have Prahlada, mother's womb itself, she is so much devoted to Lord Narayana. And she took mantra japa from Narada, who Hiranyakashipu, Bhari, Mrs. Hiranyakashipu, wife, Leelavati. She took mantra from Narada. So that mantra japa she is doing every day. Prahlada started doing Narayana japa in the womb itself. Similarly, Abhimanyu, he heard everything in the mother's womb itself. He learned all that, Dhanurvidya, everything about this Yuddha and war, battlefield, what are all things he has to learn, everything he has learned in the mother's womb itself. After their birth, they like that only. One boy, I heard his music also. He is singing nicely. A very young boy, 9-year-old boy singing alapana, swarakalpana, everything. And mother, when she was pregnant, she used to listen the music, this pop music and break dance, all these things. That time the child used to make a lot of disturbance in the stomach. And he used to hit the mother, legs this side, that side, because break dance, what to do? And she is not able to withstand that hitting. The baby is hitting that inside, she could not withstand. And she started, how to stop this baby. She started listening the classical music, Carnatic music, very soothing and quiet, calm music she is listening. At that time, baby is calm and quiet. Stopping hitting, mother. Mother is so happy. Let me listen this classical music. Otherwise, this baby will not allow me. And she started listening classical music every day, every time. This baby is really not giving any trouble inside. And the mother health is also increasing. The 10 months when the baby is growing, her health is also increasing. Baby is also healthy. By scanning there and come to know that baby is so healthy because of that music. After birth, that baby, any disturbance comes outside anywhere. When the baby is growing, first year, second year, third year and all, either disturbance, mental disturbance, suddenly if music he listens, that baby become calm and quiet, that child. Because of vasana. Amma vayithil irkumbodhu and the music only, it is soothensiyam, That vasana suddenly changed the mind of that child. So the disturbance caused by the exams or study, school, anything, suddenly he listens to classical music and mind becomes so calm, quiet. Because of vasana. It triggers the previous vasana and the mind disturbance also comes down. Like that, there are so many proofs, they say, how the vasanas, the impact is very, very powerful. This is called taste. Positive taste, negative taste. You can train your mind and you can untrain your mind. Untrain means what? You can replace your mind to this side. There is one nice sloka. Shubha shubhabhyam margabhyam vahanti vasana sarit. Vasanas goes towards Shubha vasana and Ashubha vasana. There is right and wrong, both are there. Shubha, Ashubha, both are there. Shubha shubhabhyam margabhyam vahanti vasana sarit. The flow of vasanas, good and bad, both are there. When you are walking on the road, there are nice, good pictures are also there. Bad pictures are also there. Good sounds are also you are hearing, and bad sounds are also you are hearing. Is it not? Both are there. Shubha Shubhabhyam Margabhyam. Vahanti. They are there in the creation. But Subhe Patiyana, the one who desire that Shubha, only Mangalam, auspicious, he has to choose that only. Shubhe Pati means the one who is the desirer of Mangalam Shubham, he has to take up that Shubham, not Ashubham. Therefore, we have to turn or replace our mind towards right thoughts, right pictures, right sounds, all good things we have to turn our mind. The mind is very, very naughty, no? Naughty mind. We are the parents of nurturing the naughty mind, Nurturing a naughty mind is a mind which is very, very adamant. We are nurturing that mind also. The mind is that it has got varieties of capacities to exploit or to what you can call blackmailing. Our mind has got a capacity of blackmailing whom? Not others. Blackmailing the same person. Our mind itself blackmailing us. What is blackmailing? Belittling ourselves is blackmailing. Pity of myself. See, I am really not taken care of by anybody. I am only taking care of myself. I am not supported by anybody. Like that, this mind is called blackmailing. But pandi emotionally weak and blaming all the family members. This person is not taking care of me, that person is not loving me, this person is not taking care of me, they are not bothering about me. This is called what? My mind itself exploiting me, blackmailing me. So what is, I am weakening myself. Namma kariyamal. And naughty mind, sometimes it is very, very haughty mind, naughty mind. Haughty, naughty mind means what? Koncham thimir anamata. It will never listen to other person. Avan sonna na ye kekanonna ipdella pannu manasu. I know that is good. What that person is telling good. But I know it is good, but I don't want to listen. Enna mind adu? Naughty mind. I know that my mother-in-law is telling what she is telling is right, but I don't want to do that. What she says. Who is this mind? Our mind only. A naughty mind. This is called a haughty mind. Haughty and never listen to others. Who is the loser? Who is the loser? So that is, it is exploiting us. Indirectly, it is exploiting us. And when blaming others, criticizing others, and differently talking, as what you can call it as a split personality. Talking about ill of others. Nackly, not directly. Very like applying honey to this knife. They apply the honey to the knife and they are pricking the people. This type of mind is very, very unhealthy mind. Unhealthy mind. So we have to watch our mind all the time. Yoga Abhyasa, if you do, Dhyanam, if you practice, you can watch your mind. This is a biggest culprit. Our mind alone is the culprit for all our worries, problems. இது தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கே நமக்கு 50 வருஷம் ஆயிடும். Because we are nurturing our own weaknesses. And we are justifying our weaknesses also. If anybody comes and says, you have this weakness and all, we shut their mouth. Hey, shut up. We don't allow others to criticize us. We don't want others to point us, point out. Who are you to point out me? I know everything. Because of this arrogance. Very, very difficult, no? Say, Shastra we study, what we does, first Shastra does. It removes all unwanted areas of your mind, mental arena. It corrects. The sattvic mind is that Amrutopamam, what is the result? Pariname Atma Buddhi Prasadajam. This is a very, very important word. Atma Buddhi Prasadajam means, and which is born out of that Amritam. In the end, you get Amritam, a nectar, which is like a nectar. What is that Sukham? Which is born out of Atma Buddhi, means Jnanam, self-knowledge. Atma Buddhi means Vairagya Jnana Janya Prasadajaha, means tranquility. Prasadam means here, Tirupati Laddu. No prasadam. This prasadam is a stress-free state of mind. It's called prasadayam. So when you get prasadam into your hands, you are so happy. Prasadam is that which comes from the Lord, is different. You prepare laddu so many times in your house, but when Tirupati laddu comes to your hand, your bhavana is different. Is it not? Ade laddu, ade mav, ade sugar, ade ghee. But when it comes as a prasadam, why you is saying prasadam? This is ordinary laddu. So prasadam comes from the Lord. That's why it gives tranquility. Similarly, self-knowledge, the born out of self-knowledge, whatever the sukham comes, this is Atmanandam. Not Vishaya Sukham, but it is Atmanandam. Once for all, that dukkha will go away. It will not come back. In Vishayananda, again dukkha will come. But Atma Buddhi Prasadajam, that sukha which is born out of self-knowledge, that is not Vishaya Sukha, that is Atma Sukha, Swarupa Ananda. I am the self, not based on any condition. So that conditionless Ananda is Atmananda. That Atma Buddhi means, Atma means here self, Buddhi means Jnanam, Atma Jnanam, Prasada, Jam means, Jam means born. That Prasada means tranquility, calmness, sereneness, quietness, which is born out of self-knowledge. How self-knowledge born? Self-knowledge born out of listening to Shastra. That is called Sattvika Sukham. That's who is having Sattvika Sukham now? Only Jnani is having Sattvika Sukham. All other people are having what? Sukham other than Sattvika Sukham. They are all having Vishaya Sukham, Rajasika Sukham, Tamasika Sukham. What is that Rajasika Sukham? 38th shloka. Vishayendriya samyogat yettadagre mrutopamam pariname vishamiva tat sukham rajasam smritam. Rajasam sukham tat smritam. It is Rajasic happiness is said to be that which is Vishaya Indriya Samyogat, that which is born out of contact born Sukham. Vishaya Indriya Samyoga means, Samyoga means association, contact. Born out of whose Samyoga, whose contact? Vishaya and Indriya. Ears are Indriyams, our ears. So stotra indriyam. Shrotra indriyam contact with the shabdam. Ears contact with the sound. Any music, any sound, what you like, any stotram, or any song, or anything, any words you hear. And forms you see, eye contact with the forms and colors. Similarly, taste, tongue contact with the taste, nose contact with the smell. That contact bond, suppose in a nice AC hall you sit in, that touch, very nice. You go outside, after sitting in the AC hall for 1.5 hours, suppose, you go out, agre, sukham, amritam madri, na? It is like nectar. Abba, romba chillna, coola irukke. Velila pona, adu pariname vishamiva. Similarly, when we are eating mangoes nicely, every day 3 mangoes, morning, afternoon, night, 3 mangoes, so sweet and nice to eat. Amritam madri irukka mango anna. Madhyanathukku sugar eridum anna. Apadi. Weight go on increasing. Parinamam is vishamam. That is called rajasika sukham. Taste, no? Tongue, no? Taste, rasam. Mamlam rasam. This is rasanendriyam. Adukku adu rasam ani vechirukan. Varungo. When you taste the rasam, at that rasam gives a sukham, contact bond. Vishaya indriya samyogat yat sukham. Agre amrutam upamam. It is like, upamam means what? Like. It is like a nectar. But after some time, it gives problem. Pariname vishamiva. That sukham is rajasam smrutam. It is said to be. Smrutam means it is said as contact bond. Sukham. Vishaya sukham. Vishaya indriya janya sukham. Vishaya indriya samyoga janya sukham. Rajasika sukham. So all people are getting what sukham? Rajasika sukham. Only Gnani is getting Sattvika sukham. All are getting Vishaya sukham. Therefore, what to do? You have to convert the Rajasika sukham into Sattvika sukham. That means, I am happy. Out of what? Because of what? Answer vanda, adu Atma sukham illa. Answer vanda, I went to a nice Kodaikanal, I went to Ooty, I am so happy. And 10 days, 15 days, no Agni Nakshatrave, ennani theriyadhu enakku. Nalla irukkenna. Kulu na irukken. Nalla irukke, ippo Madras vandha Chennai. Tangave mudiyala. So this is contact, but temporary. Anitya sukham, Vishaya sukham. Born out of something, it is anityam. Any sukham. I like that person. If I see him, I am so happy. Then the person dissociation take place, only unhappy. That's why mature people, informed people, cultured people never vote for indriya sukham. They know there is potential sorrow one day or other. These pleasures are going to go away. So bhava martya yadanta kaitat. Nachiketa said to Yamadharma Raja, Oh Yamadharma Raja, you give pleasures to me, so many comforts to me. I know that how long my sense organs can enjoy. After some time, sense organs lose their capacity to enjoy. Once old age comes, what murku cheeda saapda mudiyum? He cannot withstand with too chillness, too hot, any sense organs, all faculties stop functioning. How long one can enjoy pleasures? That's why the body connected, sense organs connected, mind connected pleasures one day or other they will end. So therefore mature people vote for Atmananda, which is not born. It is not born Ananda. It is not Janya Ananda. It is Swarupa Ananda. That is why sannyasis, Mahatmas, they are never feel they are losing something, even though they are not married, they don't have money, property or anything. They don't feel they are losing anything. Why? Because they know all these are all contact bond. One day or other, they will go away. So therefore, when they are available, they use. When they are not available, they don't lose anything. That is called Sattvika Sukha. So therefore, what you have to do, just like when you are sowing the seed, you have to see the proper place. You have choice where to sow the seed. Your vasanas, your taste, your interest, in which object you want to sow that. You have to think over. And once you sow the seed, you have to take care of that place also. Until you sow the seed, you have choice. After sowing the seed also, while it is growing, the sapling is growing, small sapling, you have choice to, no, this is not the right place. This sapling cannot grow in a healthy way. Let me take out this and keep in a nice place, nice atmosphere. You can change. So while sowing the seed, you have choice. While converting the sapling from one place to another, shifting, you have choice. Once it grow like a big tree, as a tree, you cannot shift it. That's why nip in the bud. All your thoughts, good actions, good thoughts and good words, all positive things, all you have to check in the beginning itself. It requires a lot of effort. Any habit, first it comes as a habit. Then slowly it will become addict to that. Simple habit. I have a habit. Habitன்னு சொல்லி அப்படி என்ன ஆயிடும், கொஞ்ச நாளுக்கு எடிக்ட். அது கொஞ்ச நாளுக்கு அப்புறம் என்ன ஆயிடும், அப்செஷன். அது இல்லைன்னு நான் இருக்க முடியாது. Like that, people come to all wrong habits. Just like that, they start with habits. பரவாயில்ல, இருந்து போகட்டுமே, சின்ன பழக்கம் தானே. சின்ன பழக்கம் இல்லை, it takes away your life tomorrow. It's becoming a very powerful. It spreads like a banyan tree and its roots go deeper and deeper. These are alcoholic people, smoking people, drug addicted people, any addiction for that matter. If it is not there, any comfort, it is not there, my life is out. Any person, that person association, I love that person association. If that person is there, only my life is. If that person dissociation take place, my life I cannot imagine. Over. My life, happiness is controlled by either one object or other, or one person or other. Either my son or daughter, grandson or granddaughter, or wife. Oh, my wife is everything for me. Anna. My wife everything. When she came at the age of 25. Before 25, you don't have life. After 25 years, this person says, oh, my wife is not there, my life is out. That means insecurity. His life is insecure if he look at himself without wife. Imagination itself he cannot imagine. Same way wife also. I cannot imagine my life without my husband. Because once you hold on to these temporary relations or objects which you are associating, your insecurity will increase, develop more and more. And your life will become more miserable. Once I depend upon other person, other objects for my happiness, my sukha, whoever may be, my mother or father or brother or sister or husband or wife or grandson or daughter. If I depend on anyone for my happiness, my life is in threat. They threaten me, directly or indirectly. That's why many people are insecure. Why? They cannot imagine themselves without those objects, without those people. Insecurity. And for some such people, old age is more miserable. Old age is more miserable, and death is more and more miserable. Torturing them. Then before the old age comes, these are all which age they have to get Vairagya. There is Shastra never prescribes. You have to get Vairagya at the age of 60. You have to get mature at the age of 50. Shastra never say. You can mature at the age of 15, you can mature at the age of 20, you can mature at the age of 25, 30, 40, minimum at least 45, 50. Mature as early as possible. If you don't mature at the age of 55 also, you have it. Life is so troublesome. Let's say Vruddhapyam vanda udane moonj eppadi irukum. Vruddha balastavat kreedasaktaha vruddhastavat peran saktaha chinta saktaha worry saktaha annar. Eduk life eppadi enna. Even kathiye ipdi irukka. What about tamasika sukham? Yadagre chanubandhe cha sukham mohanamaatmanah nidralasya pramadotham tattamasamudahritam. So tamasika sukham. So rajasika sukham is that which is very, very nice in the beginning. Any contact bond pleasure is rajasika sukham. It is so nice to enjoy. First what we say? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful we say. Very excitement. First time when you are enjoying, excitement. Any contact bonds will come. Then slowly excitement comes to wonderful, wonderful. Then a wonderful also go away. Okay, okay. Then afterwards, okay also gone. Baapre, idu vendappa. Andada pondadu. So, maximum people are all indulging in our mind. Always pulls the sense organs into sense organs and mind. They have contract between both of them. They contract. You go and see outside and give pleasure to me. And mind asks, and sense organs goes and give the pleasure to the mind. And mind enjoys. And again mind asks, again go and bring that. Again enjoy, eat again. One more mamana. One more rasgulla, one more gulab jam, eat. Or one more cereal. One cinema you pictures, yes, how many pictures are coming every day in every channel, so many programs go on and on and on and on. This mind and sense organs have their, in between their lot of contract business in between them. And they spoil, both of them together, they spoil this person. But mature person control the sense organs, discipline the sense organs, discipline the mind, discipline the buddhi. But you require tremendous effort, willpower. Very, very difficult. It's not so easy. Not so easy. If it is so easy, people all can practice easily. Why very rarely people practice? Because it is so difficult. That's why first we have to change our misconceptions. The tamasic sukham is that because of misconceptions, they think the sukham comes here. Agreja anubandhecha. This we'll see in the next class. Purnamada purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.